Well, today I'm going to introduce you on what the definition of a confined space is. Confined space can be any place, and it's by virtue of its enclosed nature that there may arise a reasonably foreseeable specified risk. A lot of people will see this written down on many documents, but do not understand the full meaning of it. So today I'm going to break this down into certain segments. What I'd like to do is try and explain a little bit more about the term by virtue of its enclosed nature. A lot of people may say it's one way in, one way out. Is it fully enclosed? But what I'd like to do is give you a brief description of what you should be looking for. I tend to use this. I have, for example, a diesel tank. It is full of a product, diesel, but the tank is, as you can see, fully enclosed. And I'll come to things like specified risks later, where because here you could drown, which affects your breathing. And what comes off here are vapors, which again affects your breathing. So this is fully enclosed. But what you've got to start thinking about is this concept. That's a confined space by virtue of its nature, confined space because it's fully enclosed. But what do we see are these tanks usually sat in bunded areas. Along comes the bunded area and the tank is filled up from the base. What you've got to consider is, possibly, could the bunded area be a confined space? It can be. There could be some spillages and again some vapours up, so we need to consider this. So, is the bunded area fully or partially enclosed? And on this occasion, it is partially enclosed. So we have fully or partially enclosed, but we must have one or the other. So in conclusion, by virtue of its enclosed nature, what we're discussing is it can either be fully enclosed or it can be partially enclosed. Again, there are some other examples. For example, a trench. A trench can be a confined space. And if you think of it this way on this concept, the trench doesn't have a roof. So therefore then it could be partially enclosed. We have tanks, we have vats, and we have silos. Some silos are open top. Again, they can be either classed as fully or partially enclosed, but that is down to yourselves and your risk assessment for your sites. So this is the first part of trying to understand what a confined space is. So just want to refer, the confined space can be any place, but by virtue of its enclosed nature, either fully or partially enclosed, and then we'll lead on to the rest of the definition at a later stage.